Indonesia is a land of endless beauty, a nation blessed with green mountains, blue oceans, tropical forests, and landscapes that continue to inspire the world. From the peaceful sound of waves to the fresh air of highlands, Indonesia offers a natural richness that remains alive, authentic, and deeply meaningful. Beyond its nature, Indonesia is also a home to extraordinary diversity. Thousands of islands bring together many ethnic groups, cultures, local languages, traditions, and religions. This diversity is not a barrier but a strength. It formed the soul of Indonesia, a nation that lives in harmony, respects differences, and celebrates unity. Across the country, many destinations have become windows to the world. Bali, with its spiritual beauty and cultural charm, Borobudur Temple, a magnificent heritage of history and wisdom, Komodo Island, home to the legendary Komodo dragon, Labuan Bajo, with its breathtaking seas and unforgettable sunsets. And among these beautiful places, there is also Kediri. Kediri is a city with its own charm, history, and cultural identity. It is a place where the past and the present meet in harmony. The monument Simpang Lima Gumul stands proudly as one of the city's icons, reflecting Kediri's spirits of progress. Goa Solo Mangleng offers natural beauty combined with historical value, reminding us of the legacy of our ancestors. Various historical remains in Kediri show that this city has long been a part of Indonesia's cultural journey. It is a meaningful city, stands one of the oldest universities in Kediri, Kediri University. Kediri University is not only an educational institution, but also a place where knowledge, character, and future leadership are developed. With its Unggul accreditation, means excellence, Kediri University continues to strengthen its role in providing quality higher education. Kediri University has 7 faculties and 25 study programs, offering opportunities for students to grow, explore their potential, and prepare themselves for the challenge of the future. Guided by its vision and mission, Kediri University is committed to becoming a university with character, competence, and excellence, ready to compete at the international level by year 2037. From the beauty of Indonesia, the heritage of Kediri, and the spirit of education, Kediri University continues to move forward, building knowledge, shaping character, and preparing generations for a brighter global future.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Right. It is a great honor and pleasure to welcome everyone to the Virtual International Youth Program 2026, which is hosted by Kediri University. We gather not only as a representative of our institutions, but also as a part of global academic community committed to building meaningful collaborations across border. We truly delighted to welcome our respected partner institutions. First, Perry Institute of Technology India, Namaste. Pathum Thani University Thailand, Sawadee Krap. De La Salle Tres Marinas University Philippines, Mabuhay. Phnom Penh International University Cambodia, Susaday. UTHM University Tun Hussein On Malaysia, selamat pagi. And Kediri University Indonesia. Your present reflects the spirit of international friendship, academic excellence, and shared responsibility toward the future. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Han. I'm the moderator today. I will lead the event and also all the ceremony, and we do hope that the event runs well. So first of all, allow me to give the instructions of this event. The agenda will be held using Indonesian time. Each speaker has 15 minutes maximal to deliver the material. You may share your screen directly by your own, or the committee will help you to share the screen. Allow me to know this before you present. And then the moderator, me, myself, will lead, and also I will inform you if you have 3 minutes more just for the remaining time to present. And then for the estimated time, the extensions like no more than 3 minutes, including to the transition time for one speaker to another. So thank you so much, and please enjoy this International Youth Program 2026, our Kadiri University very first program for students overseas. So the very first keynote speaker from Dr. Pamadia Vitasmoro, Master of Education. She is the head of International Office and expert English lecturer from Kadiri University, Indonesia.
Allow me to be a first speaker for today's occasion. Okay, please, the team, prepare my material. Okay, today, as the first keynote speaker, I would like to talk about youth innovation and global collaboration for sustainable future. Next slide. Okay, let us memorize the good wise word from Aristotle, that a good habit form at youth and make all the difference. And also from Joe's result, that the youth is the hope of our future. From two statements above, it can be concluded that as a young generation, it is the best time for us to make something different with another, and it is must be useful for our future, not only our future, but only for the future of our country. So, Dr. Mages, we sit here among the young generation. That's why I also feel so young today, because I still have many chance for like them to have good habit for our future, for my future and my country also. Okay, next slide, please. What is the youth innovation? Yet innovation is the new ideas, product, technologies, and also solution created by young people. And usually young people is aged between 15 to 30. It is considered as a young people. So above 30, maybe like me, is not young anymore, but I hope I still have young motivation, yeah, like them. And then the characteristic of Fiat innovation, usually they respond to the real society needs, and then also combine creativity with practical action, and also create measurable impact of in communication. Next slide. Next slide, please. Now I want to share to you the example of Fiat innovation in many kind of scope. The first one is the scope of technology and environment. For example, like river clean up the robot, and then from health and social impact. The example of yet innovation is like mental health application for teenagers, and then from education sector, there are some example of yet innovation in free online learning platform. And then from food and sustainability sector, there are some example of eco-friendly packaging. There are many kind of food packaging now that's very friendly to environment. That's the example of yet innovation also. And from engineering, there are some example of yet innovation in low-cost water filter. Next slide, please. Now, because the speaker attend from many kind of countries in Asia, so I want to share some example of youth innovation in Asia, especially in Malaysia. There are some AI for social good. For example, young innovator challenges in EIC and 2026. It is about AI solution for real community problem. And then the example from Cambodia, there are some in Phnom Penh launched for Project D Metal that raise awareness on mental health for people with disabilities by social media. And then from Thailand, there are STEM competition like SDG startup platform that focus on AI, sustainability, and also agritech and creative economy. Next slide. There are some example of youth innovation in Philippines. From Philippines, there are many kind of develop project for safer, inclusive public spaces. For example, light, camera, action, and also solar powered smart street pole with cameras and also emergency. And also some AI chatbot with adapted by Department of Health that handle 7M and citizen interaction during COVID-19. Next, from India. India is very famous with their technology, so I think that yet innovation in India is bigger than another. For example, from India, there are scaling yet innovation through Atal Innovation Mission, UNDP, and also some education program that focus on AI mostly, and then also circular economy, agri-food, and deep tech, and etc. And the last from Indonesia, there are some youth innovation in 2026. There are agriculture, agritech, climate tech, and also SDG solution. There are some kind of youth innovation in Asia, but I can't explain one by one because you can also find by yourself. There are many kind of youth innovation that useful from each country, also another country, from Philippines, India, Indonesia, Malaysia, Cambodia, and also from another country. Next slide. Then, why should we have a collaboration in globally? We have some reason why should we have collaboration. The first one, it can be a solution thing. So by doing some collaboration, we can solve bigger problem together. For example, there are some country has different challenges. Yeah, for example, maybe Indonesia have its own challenges from India, from Thailand, and also from Malaysia and Cambodia. So by do some collaboration, it can be we can sit together and maybe we can solve the bigger problem together. For example, the problem about climate change, pandemics, AI safety, and food security. And the second reason why should we have collaboration? By collaboration, there are more ideas and more innovation. So the young people, yeah, by sitting together, you can compare your different culture and then see the problem in different ways, and maybe there are some idea by comparing some different cultures, see different problem, and we do better innovation from these ideas. And then number three, we learn faster and avoid mistakes, because if one country already tried a solution and failed, the others don't have to repeat it. So we learn from the mistake from another country. For example, Indonesia has some mistake by this case, maybe by informing, by collaboration, some country, another country will do the same thing. We avoid do the same mistake at the same time. So it is also the benefit from do collaboration. And number four, by collaboration, we also build peace and understanding, because we are together, no enemy, and then we can do better things together, no fight, and also it can build peace and understanding. By together we can understand each other, do something good together, and avoid the fight among us. And number 5, the equal access to opportunity, because we are in the Asia especially, not that didn't have same thing. So every country has no same lab, mentor, or funding, because we are a plural country. We have some what's it called, some good and bad thing from other from our country. So by do some collaboration, we will have the equal access, by help each other to get the good opportunities for us. And the last, it prepare us for the future workforce, by do some collaboration. Maybe there are many jobs in 2030 will require cross-border teamwork, digital skill, and also English communication. Like today, we sit together here. We also do some collaboration itself, and it also prepare us for the future workforce, because after that, maybe you can communicate each other. You can have wide networking, and also it can prepare yourself as a young generation for the future for workforce. Next slide. So, what should we gain from global collaboration? From global cooperation, we can get cross-border teamwork, also digital skill, of course, English communication, and also international career readiness. Maybe after this program from Cambodia, also can share some chance to get a job in Cambodia, from Malaysia also, and India. So it is the first implementation of global collaboration between the country in Asia. I think from myself is enough. Thank you for giving chance for me for delivering some material for young generation. Keep spirit, and you will be the best for all of us, for you yourself, and also for your country. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much, Ms. Maria Kasmoro, for our
Dr. Magesh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right. So the committee will share your material. Allow us
Okay.
to prepare. While waiting for the material from the committee, I would like to inform to you all that this international youth program held by Kader University, we are providing the international electronic certificate for all the speakers and also all the participants who attend this event. So when we are having the question and answer sessions, we will share the link for the attendance list. Make sure you fill the link with your correct name and also the identity. Thank you so much. Well, allow me to check the preparations from the committee. Excuse me, I will speak in bahasa Indonesia. Untuk materi dari Dr. Mages dibantu share oleh panitia. Okay. Is it visible?
Yes,
Yes.
I'm able
Well,
to do that.
Dr. Magesh, 15 minutes. The screen is yours and good luck.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Khan. And Very good morning, everybody. And this is Dr. B. Makesh, Vice Principal, Director IQAC from Perry Institute of Technology. And I really thank for this wonderful opportunity, and I thank God for being able to hear with you all today in this wonderful morning for this wonderful initiation from Qadri University. I also thank my previous speaker, Amatya Vitarmo, and Head of International Office, Qadri University. Thank you, ma'am. And other dignitaries on this event and other universities who has joined today. I thank all of you for joining today, and I welcome all of you in the other side. So thank you, the mediator, Mr. Khan, for arranging this wonderful event. So let me move on to the slides. Can you go for next slide, please? Oh, yeah. So once again, this is Dr. B. Magesh, Vice Principal Director, IQAC, Perry Institute of Technology. Can you go for next slide? Yeah. So my agenda of speaking today is current global scenario, status of the Sustainable Development Goals, global collaboration, innovation as a catalyst, and my concluding points. Next, please. See, this is what the current global scenario. Every now and then we see some big disasters. See, now UK and Switzerland record hottest ever June day. It means they're getting a lot of high temperature waves. The other side, you can see flash floods kill more than 300 in Pakistan and Pakistan administered Kashmir in last year. Next. And January 2025, Los Angeles wildfires wake up call. So there is a huge wildfire. And now you can see last week, Venezuela earthquake has happened and 2005 toll rate. So many people were killed and many people lost their life, lost their belongings and their livelihood. So these, next please. These are all not just newses. These are all happening all around the world in last 1 year due to high climatic changes. Next. So can we stop climatic change? Just the young generations, we have to understand that it is not easy to change the climate, but we can increase the innovation. Next. Can we innovate faster than the problems are growing? Whatever I have displayed here happened in last 1 year or 1.5 years. So we have to innovate a lot to safeguard the human being. We have to innovate a lot to safeguard the world to be sustainable. So for that, all these countries they have made sustainable development goals in 2015 and have a target of 160 sustainable areas to be achieved in 2030. Let me go to the glimpse of sustainable development goals and what is the level of sustainable development goals as of now. Next, please. So we have reached the midpoint of Agenda 2030 program, while the progress of sustainable development goals are lags, particularly due to COVID-19. See, the other side, innovation has emerged as a critical driver to bridge the remaining gap. However, achieving these goals require transformational solutions. Next. To understand the landscape of these sustainable developments, students should look beyond the traditional three pillars. So people, see, you have 17 sustainable development goals. So I have simplified it to 5 to make you understand people, prosperity, planet, peace, and partnership. So just think about it. People belongs to the first five sustainable development goals, and from 7 to 11, it is prosperity, and planet goes 6, and peace goes 16. Partnership is 17. So as a young engineer or as a young mind, you have to think innovation towards these areas. Next. Science, technology, and innovation plays a major role. So science advances our understanding through research development. Technology is a practical application of the scientific knowledge, and innovation can result from simply thinking outside the box. Next. So diverse pathways for innovation, social innovation, frugal innovation, eco innovation, open innovation, and digital innovation. So those who are looking for innovation, that you can meet all these sides in a better way. Next. So global collaborations and closing knowledge gap. So knowledge is for sharing, then you have to generate knowledge and you have to share. Partnership mechanism, framework like technology facilitation mechanism and like Addis Ababa action agenda are essential for exchanging best practices and policy devices. Collaborative innovation partnerships are crucial for taking the interconnected nature of SDGs. So this is much important because the nature of SDG is common to the world. So it is not one country or one university taking step. It is the whole world together taking step. Next. The role of higher education. Innovation is increasingly being integrated into higher education curriculum through innovative methodologies and leadership approaches. Students are not just learners, they are providers of intellectual capital. So the intellectual capital is much important. Thinking, behavior, consumption changes necessary to achieve sustainable future. I restated thinking, behavior, consumption changes necessary to achieve sustainable future. Next. So global collaboration. Today, we are largest, most digitally native, and most interdisciplinary generation in human history. We don't just understand the crisis, we understand the tools required to dismantle it. But as we sit here in our respective university lecture halls, critical question remains: how do we take brilliant idea conceived in a student forum or a campus, take the scale to save community across halfway across the world? Next. Let's be entirely honest with each other. A brilliant prototype that stays locked inside a university physics lab helps no one. Local action is the spark. Local action is the spark, but global collaboration is the oxygen that turns the spark into wildfire. So it does not only have an innovation, it should have collaboration. No single country, university, or discipline can solve planetary crisis in isolation. Climate change does not carry passport. Carbon emission do not stop customs clearance. Therefore, our solution cannot be siloed, but it has to be established, it has to be collaborated everywhere. Next. Global collaboration for our generation means digital soil, a borderless ecosystem where ideas, data, and resources flow freely. It means certain student coder in a Bangalore writing an open source algorithm that student activists from Nairobi use track deforestation. When we collaborate globally, we achieve what we call international, intergenerational, and cross-border synergy. Next. Innovation is a catalyst for sustainable development. Yeah, absolutely. Innovation is a catalyst. As I said, there are some key drivers for innovation as of now in the current world: artificial intelligence, green energy, circular economy, smart agriculture, sustainable infrastructure. So innovation transform sustainability from aspiration into the achievement. Next. So digital and green technologies. See, artificial intelligence predicts the climate risk and natural disasters. So innovation can go through this area to predict the natural disasters to support the people from escape from the loss of their life and safely goods. Optimizes energy and water consumption. So if you use AI effectively, that you can go for optimization in energy consumption. It supports biodiversity and environment monitoring. Then going for green energy, expansion of solar, wind, hydro, and green hydrogen in every country is must because it is an universal problem. Battery storage and smart grids, electrification of transport and reduces greenhouse gas emission and enhances energy securely. So you would have studied the greenhouse effects. So that is a major reason for this, all the global changes, what I have explained you. Next, please. Next. I have some disturbance, Mr. Hall. Yeah. Can we go for next slide? Circular economy, reduce, reuse, repair, and recycle. So this is basically a mindset. It doesn't mean that it has to come from the country, it has to come from the universe. Actually, it has to come from the home, it has to come from the individual. So you reduce consumption, you reuse your products, you repair your products. That is the first step of sustainability. Converts waste into valuable resources, promotes sustainable manufacturing, AI and IoT enabled precision framing, drone and satellite crop monitoring, water efficient irrigation systems. Next. So building sustainable future, go for green buildings, renewable powered public infrastructure, electric mobility and smart transportation, then go for climate resilient infrastructure. Next, please. My friends, by the year 2050, the people sitting in this room, the people under 25 today, will make up over 90% of the world's prime age workforce. We are the ones who will live in the future we are currently designing. Do not let anyone tell you that you are too young, too inexperienced to drive the global policy or systematic innovation. The history of human progress has always been dictated by young people who were unreasonable enough to believe they could change the status quo. Next, please. We have the digital dexterity, we have cross-border empathy, and we have absolute urgency of generation that knows there is no backup planet. There is no backup planet. Let us leave this summit not just inspired, but coordinated. Let us build the networks today that will deploy the solutions tomorrow. The blueprint for sustainable future is logged in government vault. It is sitting in your laptops. It is running in your code, and it is alive in your collaboration sprint. So let's go work. And thank you so much for Godri University for this wonderful opportunity. So thank you all. Mr. Han? Yeah.
Thank you so much. Okay, so right in the time you still have 30 seconds, but it's really hit the point. Thank you so much, Dr. Magesh. Shukriya.
Thank you.
Well, we go to the first speakers from the students that will be presented by Juwita Karina from Kadiri University. Good morning, Juwita Karina.
Good morning, sir.
We still couldn't hear your voice. Please try to keep speaking, keep talking.
Good morning,
All
sir.
right. Yeah. So, will you share your material by your own?
Yes, I will share my presentations by my own.
Okay, 15 minutes The screen is yours and best of luck to you.
I'm sorry. Please wait a moment.
All right, while waiting for the screen pops up to the screen, allow me to inform to you all the participants there will be the certificate after this meeting. So make sure you stay tuned in this, like this YouTube Zoom meeting and also the YouTube channel live streaming Kadiri University, right? Actually, it's feasible, but yeah, we just need time. It is often happen when we are conducting the online agenda. So please, I hope you are okay with this. Yeah, is it feasible? Good luck. You may start.
All right. First of all, good morning to honorable professors and representative from Cambodia, Indonesia, Thailand, Malaysia, Philippines, and India. It is an honor for me to be the first speaker to present my presentations today of how local ideas can contribute to global impact. All right, without further ado, I will start my presentations now. Why sustainability matters? Sustainability is no longer just environmental issues in today's world. It is also climate change, resource scarcity, youth unemployment, and digital inequality. These challenges are faced by multiple countries, and no country can solve them alone. And in this special occasion, I would like to highlight that sometimes innovation doesn't always comes from small business. Doesn't always comes from large corporations or advanced laboratories, but it can also comes from small businesses that might bring us solutions to global impact. And before we get to our main point, let me briefly highlight the impact of technology in today's world. Today, technology has transformed the way we live, work, and communicate by connecting people globally. But as much as positive benefit it can bring us, there is also some negative challenges we face, such as addictions, cybercrimes, and job displacement caused by automations. This reminds us that technology itself isn't the solutions, it is simply a tools, because the real value lies in how we use it to solve meaningful problems. And this is where innovations become important. Whether through technological innovations, social innovations, or business innovations, youth are using many forms to innovate in today's world. And the best ideas are those that respond to community needs and those that brings both scalable and sustainable solutions for people's good. And to understand this concept clearly, I would like to introduce Indonesian MSMEs, or micro, small, and medium enterprises. Indonesian SMSE are often called the backbone of Indonesia's economy, and of course, it is for a good reasons, because Indonesia has more than 65 million of active MSMEs across our borders and contributing approximately 61% of the national GDP while employing nearly 97% of the national workforce. And why does MSMEs really matters in Indonesia? It is because MSMEs creates job employment for both rural and urban areas, as well as preserving our local traditions and also stimulating regional development. And I would like to introduce one example. It is much more than a food product because the ingredients such as garlic, chilies, or lime leaves are sourced directly from the local farmers. And this means that every package of Kediri Sambal Pecel supports multiple stakeholders, not only the local MSMEs but also the surrounding agricultural communities. Because instead of relying on imported raw materials, they are improving local agricultural product into a higher value before being sold domestically and internationally. And eventually, this creates a continuous cycle of economic growth and shows that sustainability is not only about environmental protections, but also about ensuring that economic value remains within the community. And this is the export potential of Kediri Sambal Pecel. Today, Kediri Sambal Pecel has reached international markets in Saudi Arabia, Hong Kong, the Netherlands, and the UAE. And of course, these innovations doesn't always comes without reasons. The reasons are Indonesian youth especially, are using technology to transform traditional businesses and to bring local product into global market through digital marketing, e-commerce, branding and packaging, and of course, international promotions. And their effort demonstrate that youth are not replacing traditions. They are modernizing and enabling local food heritage to compete globally. And then things are getting exciting because if Sambal Pecel's innovations can reach that much, means innovation itself is a strong value in economic, but a problem arises when why does innovations cannot I'm sorry, let me remake my words. But at this point, a problem arises. If innovation itself is so important, then why don't more innovators achieve global success? It is not about ideas or creativity, but it is because of collaborations. And this is why collaborations matters. As shown in the framework, every innovation begins with local challenges, followed with youth innovations, and through collaborations with our universities, governments, industries, and local organizations or international organizations, we can reach scalable solutions for a more sustainable future. And this is also why global youth collaborations and international organizations such as Erasmus+, UN Office, and Asian Foundations are important. It is because they provide opportunities for young innovators to build partnerships and to learn from each other and to develop solutions that can benefit more people instead of just a single community. But ultimately, a sustainable business have to create value in 3 dimensions simultaneously. The first one is people by improving livelihood, and the second one is planet by protecting natural resources, and the third one is by profit, by ensuring that a long-term economic liability. And to understand this concept, I would like to introduce 2 of excellent Indonesian startups. The first one is Bell Society. As you might know, Indonesia is one of the most largest coffee producers in the world. And of course, coffee productions also generates agricultural waste. And Bell Society see this opportunity and developed a biodegradable leather alternative made from coffee waste called MTEX. Next. Their innovation reduces organic waste in Indonesia, as well as lesser greenhouse gas emissions, as well as decreasing dependence on animal leather, especially in fashion industry, and also simultaneously creates additional income for Indonesians local coffee farmers. The second example is Everywhere. Global plastic pollution is one of the world's largest issues right now, and there is 400 million tons of plastic are produced every year. And Indonesia alone generates approximately 6.8 million tons of plastic waste every year, which with a certain numbers ending up in our rivers and oceans and clog our waterways. And this is why Everywhere developed a biodegradable packaging made entirely from seaweed. It is edible, biodegradable, in approximately 30 days, compostable, halal certified, and free from harmful chemicals. And this is the one example of Everywhere's product, which is Elo Jello Club. And beyond reducing plastic waste in Indonesia, the company has also purchased seaweed directly from local cooperative, while also eliminating unnecessary middlemen, as well as empowers over 30,000 members of Indonesian's local community.
Excuse me, Ms. Karin, 1 minute estimate for the remaining time.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Hart, for the reminding. And I would also like to introduce that Everywhere has also reached some international recognition, such as Circular Design Challenge organized by the Ellen MacArthur Foundation in 2017, as well as positioning Indonesia in a leading position of sustainable packaging innovations. But despite this inspiring example, there is also barrier to success young innovators often face, such as limited fundings, insufficient mentorships, unequal technological access, and regulatory barriers. And this needs some collective actions, such as universities needs to expand more curricula about entrepreneurship and connecting people by global programs. Government should support startups through fundings and innovation-friendly regulations. Businesses should invest in mentorships, and youth especially needs to keep building international networks. And last but not least, international organizations should keep connecting young people into a global opportunity. And I would like to leave you with one final message. Innovations create solutions, and collaborations create impacts. Together, by combining our universities, governments, and industries, we can turn local ideas into a global impact and build a more sustainable future for us all. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Make some noise for Juwita Karina from Kadiri University, Indonesia. Nice presentations. And directly we go to the next speaker, Mr. Anslem Ugona Amaji from Pathumthani University, Thailand. Hello, good morning. Sawadee krap.
Sawadika, good morning.
Right, so Mr. Anslem, the committee will help you to share your material. Miss Karin, you may stop your share screen. Right. So, Mr. Anselm, I'm so sorry if I misspell your names, I mean like the pronunciations, but hopefully you are okay with that. So, how is it? It's Mr. Anselm or Anselm?
Muslim.
Okay, right. So, 15 minutes. The screen is yours and best of luck to you.
Thank you. Good morning, respected professors, distinguished guests, fellow participants, and ladies and gentlemen. My name is Amaji Amslem Uganda. I'm a Bachelor of Business Administration student in Digital Business at Pathumthani University, Thailand. It is a great honor to participate in the Visual International Youth Program 2026. Today, I will discuss how innovation, digital technology, and global collaboration can help the young people build a sustainable future. Throughout this presentation, I will explain why youth innovation matters and how digital business creates opportunities, why the international collaboration is very important, how together can contribute to the sustainable development. Now we begin by looking into the world we live today. Our world is changing very rapidly because of technology, globalization, environment challenges. These challenges create both opportunity and responsibility for the young people. The first point is digital transformation. Digital transformation means using technology to improve the way we learn, communicate, work, and do business. For example, online learning, mobile banking, artificial intelligence, e-commerce have changed their daily lives. The second point is global challenge. Although technology has improved our lives, the world we live still faces major challenges such as climate change, inequity, poverty, and economic instability. This problem requires countries to work together. The third point is youth innovation. Young people are using creativity, entrepreneurship, and technology to solve real-world problems. Many students today develop mobile banks, online business, digital solutions, improve people's lives. The final point is international collaboration. When countries, universities, organizations work together, they exchange ideas and knowledge. This helps to create better solutions for global challenges. This idea reflects the philosophy of King Rama IX, Thailand, who taught through the sufficient economy, philosophy and development should be balanced, sustainable, and beneficiary for the society. Youth innovation. Slide 3. Now that we understand today's contents, we go to slide 3. Now we understand today's global challenges. Let's look at the important role of young people. Youth powerful drivers on innovation because of the bring fish ideas and creative thinking. The first point is creativity. Young people often think differently and they develop ideas to solve problems. The second point is entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship means turning ideas into business that create value and opportunities. As a digital business student, I have developed a B2U collar as an example of applying business innovation. The third point is digital skills. Skills such as artificial intelligence, digital marketing program, data analysis help young people to compete today's economy. The final problem is innovation is about finding practical solutions to face societies. We go to the slide for digital business. Digital business has transformed the way companies around the world. The example is e-commerce. Today, business can sell products globally through online platforms. like Shopee and Lazada. The second is artificial intelligence. AI helps business improve customer service, make better decisions, and automate tasks. The third is fintech. Financial technology allows people to make secure digital using mobile banking and online paying systems. Final, digital marketing. Business use social media, online advertising to research more effectively. For example, my PTU Cola business plan uses digital marketing to promote products and connect with customers around the world. Slide 5, global collaboration. Innovation becomes stronger when people work together across countries. Knowledge and sharing allows universities, researchers to share ideas. International partnership help business and education institutions develop better solutions. Student exchange programs promote cultural and understanding leadership. As an international student in Thailand, I've learned that working with people from different backgrounds helps us to think more creative and solve problems together. Innovation and sustainable development. Innovation improves people's life while protecting future generations. Economic stability creates jobs and supports responsible business growth. Social inclusion ensures that everyone has access to education, healthcare, and opportunities. Environmental protection encourages green technology and responses of natural resources. Digital inclusion ensures everyone has access to technology and internet. This reflects the philosophy of King Ramanai, who emphasized balanced development through the sufficient economy, growth, and social responsibility and environmental conservation. Challenges and opportunities. Although young people have great potential, they also face several challenges. Some communities still lack internet access to creating digital divide. Many young entrepreneurs struggle to find funding. Technology is changing rapidly, so continuously learning is essential. At the same time, new technologies like AI, blockchain create exciting opportunities. Global collaboration also allows young people to work together and create positive impact around the world. Youth innovators leading the change. Young people are making difference today. They solve problems, creative, build business, raise awareness, and create digital platform and contribute sustainable development. As a digital business student, I hope to contribute for the development of innovative business ideas that both benefit the society and the economy. Pathways and actions. Now we understand the importance of innovation. The next step is to take action. First, we should educate and empower the young people with. The next step is taking an action. The young people and knowledge is digital skills. The second, we should collaborate with universities and business governments that communicate through the international ways to build a sustainable future for the young people. Third, we should turn innovative ideas into practical solutions that improve people's lives. Fourth, successful projects should be sustainable and scalable so that continue to create value over the time. Finally, we should inspire others by sharing knowledge and encouraging positive actions. These ideas reflect the philosophy of King Ramanai, who believed that lasting development comes from knowledge, moderation, responsibility, and working together for the common good. In conclusion, innovation and collaboration sustainable are not just important ideas. They are responsibilities that belong to all of us. As a young people, we have to create to solve problems and technology, to create opportunities and ability to control everything with togetherness across the cultures. If we continue learning and collaborating and innovating responsibly, we could build a better future for everyone. Thank you very much. I'll be happy for any questions. Thank you. Hello, the speaker.
Check low. Please wait a minute. Okay. Can you hear my voice?
Yes, I can hear.
Yeah. So is it your screen? I mean, like, I think that your screen didn't run at the same time when you are presenting your material. So basically, you still have 3 minutes.
Yes, I'm done with my presentation.
Okay. So thank you so much, Mr. Anselm.
Thank you
And
very much.
yeah, okay, sorry. It seems like we have some technical issue in our audio. So you finish your presentations and please wait for the other speakers performing their material. Thank you so much, Mr. Anselm. Have a good day. We will see you in the Q&A sessions. Thank you so much. ขอบคุณนะครับ Well, we have the next speakers from De La Salle Dasmariñas, Philippines. Miss Gianna Patricia Ababao and Miss Audrey Bell Rubio. How are you doing, Miss
Good morning
Gianna and
po.
Miss Audrey?
Good morning po. We would like to ask permission if we were able to present our own presentation through Canva.
All right. Yes. Allow me to inform the team that you will present your own material by your side. Is it true?
Yes po.
Okay. So they will present with their own Canva. You may stop the screen. Committed. Thank you so much. Well, before that, allow me to inform you that actually here in front of me, some students just seems like you are the speakers, another speaker from Kadira University. So they are from 7 faculties like law and then economic and business, agriculture, and political and social sciences, health science, and industrial engineering, civil engineering department. We are happy to having you all guys as the speaker here. So you may start your presentations, 15 minutes for you, both of you, and best of luck for Miss Gianna and Miss Audrey.
All right, good day everyone. To our distinguished guests, respected educators, fellow delegates, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant day to all of you. I am Audrey Rubio, a criminology student, and my partner is Patricia Ababao, a forensic science student. We are student representatives from the College of Criminal Justice Education at De La Salle University Dasmariñas in the Philippines. And we are honored to share our perspective on a topic that is increasingly important to our professions and to our global community. Although we meet virtually from different parts of the world, this conference reminds us that meaningful collaboration knows no borders. Despite our different cultures and legal systems, we are united by one goal: building a safer, fairer, and more sustainable future. The theme of this conference, Youth Innovation and Global Collaboration for a Sustainable Future, is both timely and significant. When we hear the word sustainability, we often think of environmental protection or economic development. However, sustainability also depends on peace, justice, public safety, and strong institutions. Communities cannot truly thrive when people live in fear or when justice is inaccessible. This vision is reflected in the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal 16, which promotes peaceful and inclusive societies, access to justice, and effective institutions. These goals reminds us that criminal justice professionals, forensic scientists, researchers, and young leaders all have an important role in achieving sustainable development. Criminology is more than the study of crime. It seeks to understand why crime occurs, how it affects society, and how evidence based strategies can prevent criminal behavior while promoting rehabilitation in safer communities. Complementing criminology is forensic science, which applies scientific methods to criminal investigations. Every fingerprint, DNA sample, digital record, or trace of evidence helps uncover the truth. Through objective analysis, forensic science strengthens investigations and ensures that justice is based on facts rather than assumptions. Today, however, crime is evolving rapidly alongside technology. Criminals exploit artificial intelligence, cryptocurrencies, encrypted communications, social media, and the dark web to operate across national borders. Cyber attacks, identity theft, online fraud, and digital exploitation have become global concerns that require new approaches. As future criminologists and forensic scientists, we belong to a generation that has grown up with these technologies. This gives us a unique opportunity and responsibility to use innovation ethically in strengthening criminal justice systems. Modern tools such as DNA profiling, biometric identification, digital forensics, geographic crime mapping, and artificial intelligence have significantly improved the speed and accuracy of investigations. AI can assist investigators by analyzing large volumes of digital evidence, identifying patterns, and supporting informed decision making, while digital forensics has become essential in solving cybercrime and other technology related offenses. Yet, innovation is not only about advanced technology. It also means conducting meaningful research, developing evidence based policies, improving education, strengthening community partnerships, and promoting ethical leadership. True innovation lies not only in better tools, but also in better ideas and in stronger institutions. Because crime increasingly crosses borders, no country can address these challenges alone. International cooperation has become essential. Through collaboration, countries can exchange intelligence, improve forensic capabilities, share scientific knowledge, and coordinate efforts against transnational crime. Organizations such as Interpol and the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime demonstrate the value of global partnerships in strengthening law enforcement and promoting the rule of law. One recent example is Interpol's Operation Serengeti, which brought together multiple countries to combat cyber enabled crimes through intelligence sharing and coordinated digital investigations. It showed that innovation is not only about technology, it is also about collaboration, trust, and shared responsibility. As students and future professionals, we recognize that the challenges ahead are complex. However, we also believe that our generation has the knowledge, creativity, and determination to make meaningful contributions. The future of criminal justice will not be built by technology alone. It will be shaped by ethical leadership, scientific integrity, international cooperation, and young people who are committed to using innovation to serve society.
The same principle applies to forensic science. Scientific evidence is among the most persuasive forms of evidence presented in court. For that reason, forensic professionals carry an immense responsibility to maintain scientific integrity, follow validated methodologies, preserve the chain of custody, and present findings objectively. Justice is strengthened not merely by scientific advancement, but by the credibility and impartiality of those who apply it. Responsible innovation, therefore, requires more than investing in sophisticated equipment. It requires cultivating ethical leadership, strengthening institutional accountability, promoting transparency, and ensuring that technological progress always serves the interests of justice and society. This perspective is particularly important for developing countries such as the Philippines. Like many nations, the Philippines continues to experience rapidly evolving security challenges, including cybercrime, online financial fraud, digital identity theft, and human trafficking. Addressing these threats requires continuous modernization of both investigative capabilities and criminal justice institutions. Investment in advanced digital forensic laboratories, blockchain forensic analysis, artificial intelligence assisted investigations, rapid DNA technology, cybersecurity infrastructure, and specialized professional training can significantly improve the country's ability to investigate complex crimes and respond to emerging security threats. Yet, modernization should never be measured solely by the acquisition of new technologies. True modernization also involves strengthening institutions, investing in research, improving legal frameworks, expanding international partnerships, and ensuring that criminal justice professionals receive continuous education throughout their careers. Communities are more willing to cooperate with law enforcement and participate in crime prevention efforts when they believe that justice institutions are competent, transparent, accountable, and committed to protecting human rights. Public confidence remains one of the most strongest foundations of an effective criminal justice system. Ultimately, sustainable development is achieved not only through innovation, but also through institutions that earn the trust of the people they serve. As students of De La Salle University Dasmariñas, we are privileged to receive an education that goes beyond learning laws, investigative procedures, and forensic techniques. We are encouraged to think critically, conduct meaningful research, engage with our community, and recognize that pursuit of justice requires both professional competence and moral responsibility. The crimes of tomorrow may differ significantly from those we know today, but values required to confront them, integrity, scientific excellence, compassion, and service, remain constant. Education, therefore, becomes one of the most sustainable investments any nation can make. These seemingly small efforts create lasting impacts that extend far beyond the university classroom. For young people, this presents both an opportunity and a responsibility. As the first generation raised in an age of digital technology, artificial intelligence, and global connectivity, we are uniquely equipped to bring innovative, interdisciplinary solution to today's criminal justice challenges. When we embrace human-centered perspective, technology becomes more than a tool. It becomes a means of protecting lives, strengthening institutions, and advancing justice. Likewise, collaboration becomes more than cooperation between organizations. It becomes a shared commitment to building a safer and more just world. True sustainability, therefore, is not only about protecting the environment, but also fostering peace, justice, public trust, and strong institutions. Yet, technological knowledge alone is not enough. Innovation without integrity can undermine public trust. Scientific advancement without accountability can weaken justice. And international collaboration without mutual respect cannot achieve lasting peace. As the youth of today, we must ensure that our pursuit of innovation is always guided by ethical leadership, responsibility, and a genuine commitment to serving society. This is precisely why conferences such as this are so valuable. This conference is therefore more than an academic event. It is a reminder that meaningful change begins when people from different backgrounds unite a common purpose. It demonstrates that, although our legal systems may differ, our commitment to justice, public safety, scientific integrity, and human dignity is universal. We should leave this conference with a renewed sense of purpose. Let us embrace innovation to better serve society, pursue scientific advancement to strengthen fairness, accuracy, and accountability, and foster international collaboration to address challenges no nation can solve alone. Above all, let us remember that behind every forensic examination, criminal investigation, and research study, and public policy are people whose lives are shaped by the decisions we make. Justice is ultimately about people. It is about protecting victims, safeguarding the innocent, holding offenders accountable through due process, and strengthening communities and preserving the dignity of rights of every human being. When we embrace a human-centered perspective, technology becomes more than a tool. It becomes a means of protecting lives.
As we conclude, allow us to leave you with one final reflection. History will not remember our generation solely for the technologies we created, the systems we modernized, or the discoveries we made. It will remember how we chose to use those innovations. It will remember whether we use science to pursue truth rather than convenience, whether we use technology to protect human dignity rather than compromise it, whether we choose collaboration over division, dialogue over isolation, and integrity over personal interest. As future criminologists, forensic scientists, law enforcement professionals, legal practitioners, researchers, and public servants, our responsibility extends far beyond solving crimes. Our responsibility is to help create societies where crime is prevented through education, where justice is guided by scientific evidence, where institutions inspire public confidence, and where every individual can live in safety, equality, and dignity.
That is the future we should strive to build. A future where innovation serves humanity, where scientific progress is guided by ethics, where international collaboration strengthens peace and security, and where justice remains the foundation upon which sustainable development is built. If we remain committed to these principles, then we will contribute not only to a stronger criminal justice system, but also to a more resilient and more sustainable world for generations to come. Before we end this conference, let me leave you with one quote. The true measure of progress is not how advanced our technology becomes, but how faithfully it serves justice, humanity, and the common good. Thank you very much. It has been our privilege to share this perspective with all of you. May this conference inspire us to continue learning from one another, strengthening global partnerships, and working together for a future where innovation advances justice, collaboration transcends borders, and every society has the opportunity to flourish in peace, security, and dignity. Thank you, and we wish everyone a meaningful and productive conference.
Miss Chuka Gayatri Priti, are you already with us?
Yeah, am I audible and visible?
Yes, excuse me, keep talking, Miss Chuka. We try to make sure that your voice is audible.
Yeah, so am I audible now?
Yes, you are. Will you present your material by your own, or the committee will have to share?
I'll share it from my side.
Okay, so you will share your own material by your own.
Yeah, I'll share my own material.
Okay, namaste, Miss Chuka. While preparing your material, we do hope that every single participant here always in the good conditions and enjoying their daily life peacefully and grateful. So 15 minutes for you. The screen is yours, and good luck, Miss Chuka Gayatri.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. Hello everyone. Firstly, a very good morning to everyone. Very good morning to the distinguished guests, respected organizers, fellow speakers, and the participants from all over the world. So, firstly, thank you to Kadri University for such a wonderful opportunity to share my thoughts on youth innovation and global collaboration for a sustainable future. So, I'll first like to introduce myself. I'm Chuka Gayatri Preeti, a third year computer science engineering student at Perry Institute of Technology, Chennai from India. So without much delay, I would like to start with the contents which we'll be speaking about today. So first we'll start with the introduction, then we'll move on to the need for change as of now, and then we'll speak about the three main global crises we are facing as of now, which is climate change, biodiversity, and then pollution. And lastly, we'll end with the conclusion for today. So first we'll start with the introduction. So as we all know, as of now, we are facing a lot of global crisis. That is, if you know, we can see a lot of pollution around us. Neither the air we breathe nor the water we drink is pure. Everything is contaminated. And apart from pollution, you can face some other issues as well. For example, there's a lot of change in biodiversity. A lot of species are getting extinct. And apart from that, you can also see that we are facing various other global crises as of now. So the three main things, as already said, is climate change, biodiversity, and pollution. So for today, we are going to focus on these three main global crises among various others. First, we'll start with the problem of climate change. So I would like to address this issue currently because it's one of the major crises we are facing as of now. So as you know, the major reason for climate change is greenhouse gases, right? So there are various greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, and all. So these gases are actually meant to protect our earth from all the coolness outside. That is, it's supposed to give warmth to our earth, but due to excess of these gases in the atmosphere, we are having too much of warmth, and because of which we are facing various issues like, you know, the ice caps or the glaciers are melting up, and we are facing certain natural calamities continuously, like we are facing cyclones, floods, earthquakes, and all that. So all these are the issues which we are facing due to global warming, which is actually happening due to the over emission of greenhouse gases. So it's very important that we reduce this emissions of greenhouse gases to ensure that we could regulate this climate change. So first we'll see into some statistics. So if you look into the statistics, there are various factors which actually impact this greenhouse emissions. So main factors include power generation, and then we have transportation, industries, and many more. But among all these, if you look into the key elements which contribute to climate change, they are the power generation industries, then various other industries which are rising up, and then we have transportation. So these are the three main factors which are impacting in the climate change. So when you look into the various things or the various measures which could be taken in order to ensure that we could reduce this, first is power generation. So you know these industries, power generation industries or various other industries to that matter, they just produce a lot of greenhouse emissions. So whenever you have some industries or industries coming up, it's very important that youth should spread the awareness that along with those industries, there should also be some afforestation happening. And it's only in that case that you'll be able to balance those greenhouse gases as well. So it's very important that youth take initiatives to ensure that you spread awareness about this. So when you talk about the next case, we also have transportation. So as you know, most of the people nowadays are using private transport. So youth, as you know, we are going to grow up into the adults in the future. So we'll be living in the society later. So when we grow up, we should ensure that this thing should change. We should adapt ourselves to the public transport. We should spread awareness, and so only then we'll be able to regulate the greenhouse gases. So when you talk about the next case, we have to go with an example. So when we talk about an example, we have a girl named Ridhima from India, and what she has done is that she has seen her home getting completely destroyed in floods. So that flood was actually a result of global warming. So all the natural calamities to that matter are the result of global warming. So she has seen her entire home get destroyed to the floods, and that's when she took up an initiative to go against the government itself. So she went against the government, and she had given given some cases against government for not taking global warming seriously. So she was just a small girl by the time. So when such a small girl is able to take such great initiatives, being youth, we are also supposed to take such initiatives. So this is one such example from whom we can take in. So now we'll move on with the next case, which is biodiversity. So when you talk about biodiversity, that's the second major issue we are facing as of now. So biodiversity, as you know, is variety of animals and various species living together. But because of various natural calamities and all these creatures are getting extinct, and most of the creatures are on the verge of getting extinct, and most have already got extinct. So in that case, it's very important that you take up measures to conserve these species as well, or else most of these species living beautifully in this world would get extinct in future too. So when you talk about the statistics here I have presented a few statistics which shows different species which are endangered or few species which have already got extinct. So now we'll move on with the next slide, which is a story from India. So actually, it's a story of a sea girl from India, and she actually belonged to a tribal heartland of Odisha. So this girl actually came up with an idea to conserve the exotic plants, that is those plants which are almost on the verge of extinction. So what she had done was that she had collected seeds of few such species of few such plants which are on the verge of extinction. She started collecting those seeds and she started giving those seeds for lease to the farmers. So what she expected instead of those seeds was not money. All she asked was that if she gave one seed to a farmer, she expected double of it to come to her. So what she did is she started with few seeds, and later on she created a whole bank of their seeds which were almost on the verge of extinction. So from being those plants which were endangered, now those seeds have again brought themselves into the market, and in that particular way she has saved around 180 varieties of paddy and 60 varieties of millets. So that's how she has conserved a species of paddy and millets as well. So the last problem which we are going to speak about is pollution. So pollution is also called as invisible attack, and why we call it so is because pollution is invisible and most of the time it is neglected. That is, though we know pollution is actually a very major crisis which we are facing as of now, most of the time we neglect it. We hear about it a lot, but we never take any measures against it. So that's the reason we can call it as invisible attack, but we most of the time underestimate it. But there is one particular statistic which says that there are around 9 million premature deaths worldwide, and 9 million is not a small number. This itself says what a complex issue it has been. So it's very important that we take measures against pollution. So 9 million deaths is what we are facing as of now, but if we keep neglecting pollution in future, this 9 million may go to any range. So that's the reason it's very important we take any action against pollution now, and it's the high time. So here are the few statistics about the global deaths which we have seen, and then we'll move on with the story from India again. So when you talk about this story, it actually comes from a rural village in India where three children have actually seen, those were actually 16-year-old kids from India, three 16-year-olds from India. So they have actually observed that a nearby water source was actually too polluted. It had a lot of plastic dissolved in it. So what they observed is that whenever there was some tamarind powder which was added to it, tamarind is actually considered as an agricultural waste in India. So when that tamarind seeds powder was added to that water source, it started attracting those plastics towards it. And with that, it started creating lumps of plastic which could easily be collected later on. So that was a small initiative which was taken by the youth there. So in this way, they were able to collect a lot of plastic waste from the water sources, and from that they were about to clean that water body so easily. So in that case, we could see this was another initiative from India, the youth from India. So this itself says that youth have the potential to come up with new creative ideas. They have the potential to do anything if they want. But the only thing is, like, we have to take up the initiative for that. So when you talk about the conclusion for this particular thing, we are the first generation to feel the sting of it. That is, so far we had a lot of generations, but they never felt that urge that we had to do it, because this is the high time. We are facing the most of these consequences, and after that we might not even know if we have any chance left out to do it, because in future this situation may go out of our hands, that even if we take some initiatives that might not be as good as you might not even get the proper outcome out of it. So it's very important that we start taking initiatives right from now, because we never know if we'll get a second chance for this again. So with this, I would like to end my presentation with one particular quote. That is, we do not inherit the earth from our ancestors. We borrow it from our children. So let's better return it. So thank you. That was from my side. Thank you all.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. So the day.
Presentation.
Yes, allow me to create the attendance list. I mean, like from the participants from YouTube channel as well. Good morning. So, Miss Liang, sorry if I'm mispronounce your name. Is it true, Miss Liang, right?
Yes,
Yes. Okay. Will you share your material by your own, or the camera will help you to share?
I will share my own material. Thank you.
Okay. So, Miss Liang will share the material by her own. And while waiting for other preparations, allow me to say that this international youth program actually reminds us that young generation today not only as the leader for the world, but also they are the change maker. So everyone, please enjoy the next presentations from Miss Language Hour, Phnom Penh International University, Cambodia. 15 minutes for you. Best of luck, and the screen is yours.
Thank you. So first of all, I would like to pay my high respect to distinguished guests, professor, ladies and gentlemen, and all the participants from all over the world. Warm greeting from Cambodia. My name is Liên Cạch Hua, and I'm majoring in international relations at Phnom Penh International University. So today it is truly my great honor to be able to participate in this international youth program, as well as being able to share my perspective on the topic youth innovations and global collaboration for the sustainable future. So let's start with a simple questions. What is innovations? Well, I grow up with the mindset that innovation is something that requires a massive budget investment. It is something that requires a high-tech focus, something that we need to be really skillful in technology. And sometimes it leads us to believe that technology innovation is only for an expert. It can only be built exclusively inside a corporate laboratory by people with decades of specialized and experience. But that mindset is totally wrong. As I started to join more competitions, starting to join more youth program, I started to realize that innovation is not that complicated. If you look at the lamp here, you can see that inside here, it's not just about laptop, it's not just a car, it's not just only a camera, but there's also a bicycle, there's also a shirt, there's also a shopping cart, a range, a plant and tree. So this means that innovations is all about everyday tools. True innovation isn't about how much you spend or how complex your technology or your solution is. Innovation is simply just a fresh, creative approach to solving a real-world problem using what we have. It doesn't belong to any expert, it belongs to anyone who is willing to look at a problem differently. So in here, true innovations are defined into three. First, innovation is human-centric collaborations. It means that innovation starts and ends with people. So technology is just a tool. The heartbeat of innovation is rely on us as a human being. We are the one who decide on what we want to improve in our daily life, what we want to solve, and what we want to support one another. Second, solution from multidisciplinary cooperation. It means that no single person, no single major, or no single industry can have all the answer by themselves. We need collaborations. So the most groundbreaking ideas happen when we piece those puzzles together by combining people from different fields. And lastly, community-driven progress is key. It means that true innovation is measured by its impact on the society. It shouldn't just benefit only a few individuals on the top. It must lift up the community, it must measure the progress, social well-being, and remain sustainable over time. So why collaboration create a better innovations? So as mentioned earlier, we can see that no single measure, no single people can build something by themselves. We need collaborations. So everyone here, we see the world differently. Let's take a look at the example here. For an engineers, if you ask them to solve a problem, the first thing they will ask is whether we can build it or not. So their value lies on the mechanic, on the coding, on the structural feasibility. But if you ask a business student on the exact same problem, the exact same project, their first question will be, will people use it? Because what they look at is the market validations, the cost efficiency, the scalability. But if you ask a designer, they will ask, is it easy to use? Because their core value lie on the user experience, on the accessibility and the human interactions. But then, if you ask an international relations student like me on the exact same problem, my question will be, will it work across different community and culture? So what I look at is the policy, the cross-border corporations, the regional frameworks, and the societal adaptability. So we can see here that if an engineer wants to build a product by themselves, so sometimes what they build is hard because people do not know how to use it. It is complicated because they only focus on the technical way. So this teaches us that only when this perspective, when these people come together, work together, will we be able to create something meaningful, something innovative, something that can be impactful to the world. Next is why innovations create a better sustainable future. So now let's connect innovations and collaborations together. So our ultimate goal here is to get a sustainable future. We all heard a lot about sustainability, but how? So there are three pillars here: environmental, social, and economic. So innovations allow us to design a system with less waste, with cleaner energy, and achieve a lower overall pollutions. Whereas in the social pillar, we can see that innovations drive better education platform, smarter healthcare access, universal accessibility, equal opportunity, and enhanced community well-being, just as what we are doing right now. Through innovations, we build something like Zoom, Google Meets, allow people to communicate, to learn more from each other across the border. Lastly, economic pillar. So innovation generate more jobs, foster more productive business, boost higher income, and build a resilient economy that is capable of withstanding a global shock. So let's take a look at the opportunity that innovations provide to that opportunity that youth right now have. So the first one is AI and digital transformations. So in today, a student like me sitting in Cambodia, I am able to communicate with everyone across the border. That is the power of technology. So let us use this technology to make the best use out of it and create something that is meaningful and impactful to the world. Second, cross-border collaborations. So through digital platform, we can pitch idea, we can co-author research, we can collaborate together, we can run operations with teammates half a world away in real time. Third is interdisciplinary innovations. So thanks to the modern today, we can see that we are able to create a brand new idea, create a product, create a solutions by combining knowledge, tools, and method from completely different fields. And lastly is youth as change maker. So we are no longer required to wait for our turn because we as the youth, we can do it by ourselves. We do not need a 30 years of experience in order to be an innovator. Just what we have, trying to find the problem and trying to solve it with what we have right now. But at the same time, let's be honest with ourselves. There's also a challenges involved as well. Because if changing the world were easy, everyone would be doing it right now. But so there are some challenges. The first one is solving the wrong problem. Have you ever seen someone build a highly sophisticated, a beautiful design mobile app for a problem that doesn't actually exist? And it happens all the time because most of the time innovators often fall in love with their technology rather than fall in love with the human problem. Second, collaboration barriers. So we naturally tend to sit next to people who study the exact same thing we do, with people who have the same perspective, the same mindset like we do. So because of this,
Makan monggo, di mana aja siap. Masih nunggu ini dok. Masih anu ya.
So because of this, it might limit our knowledge and our perspective. And third one is unequal access to resources. Not every young mind has an identical safety net or seed funding to make their ideas into a real prototype. And lastly is from ideas to long-term impact. So a prototype sometime built inside a university competition is great. But the question is, how can we scale it? How can we sustain it? And how can we make sure it will survive next year? And that is the problem most innovator and most startup often face because they do not know how to keep their solutions sustainable later on. So here is some of the theory, or we can say metaphor. So let's see here. Imagine that when you throw a tiny ordinary pebble into a completely quiet pond, it doesn't just splash, but it also creates a physical ripple that expands across the entire surface of the water. So this shows us that sometimes one idea created by a small group of people can impact not just them, but it can impact the youth all over the world. Look at this example. We can see the inventions of the QR code payment. It started with just a simple problem of people are too lazy to go to ATM to cash in and cash out their money. So people created a QR code payment to make life easier. Second, standard delivery. It started because people want to get food, want to get their products delivery fast right in front of their door. So delivery was established. So we can see here that all these solutions, it's come because of the frustrations that we have in our daily life. So every innovator, we do not need a millions of dollars in seed in order to build something. We do not need a massive team, nor do we need a technical genius, nor do we need a perfect idea in order to make it happen. All we need is just a curiosity to our daily life, observations to the human behavior, and then collaborations across academic majors. And lastly is the courage to build the first prototype, the courage to turn your idea into a reality. So here are some of the 3 pillars for the future innovator. Firstly is start with curiosity. Never start by saying, I want to build an AI app. Instead, start by asking yourself, what is the one thing that you feel frustrated right now? What is the one thing that you dislike and you want to solve it? Second, build with people, not simply for people. It means that don't just simply sit isolatedly inside your own room and then pretending like you know everything that people need. Instead, go out, get out of your comfort zone, sit down with them, and then listen to people's story and design the solution right alongside with them. And lastly, measure success by impact, not complexity. It means that sometimes a simple solutions can help thousands of people. You do not need a complicated technology, complicated coding in order to solve people problem. Just keep it simple, keep it human being, and keep it focused on the problem rather than on the technology. So as I close my today presentations, my last word is that innovation doesn't begin with technology. It begins with someone who notices a problem and chooses to solve it. And that someone can be those inside this room, and that someone can be you. Thank you for listening and thank you for this opportunity. I would like to yield the floor back to our moderator.
First of all, I would like to say thank you to the organizer for giving me the opportunity to be here today. It is a great honor to join this international program and meet friends from different countries, such as the Philippines, Thailand, Cambodia, Malaysia, India, and of course my country, Indonesia. Before that, I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Ridhar Prayoga, and I am an industrial engineering student from Kadri University, Indonesia. Today, I'm very happy to share my presentation in title Driving Sustainable Future Through Youth Innovation in Industrial System. In this presentation, I will explain what sustainability means, why it is so also important, and how in
Okay,
Oh, sure.
yes.
Sure, can.
Yeah, it's visible. You have 15 minutes. The screen is yours, and best of luck to you.
Thank you. So, wishing you a very pleasant afternoon. A very warm thank you to our moderator, Mr. Han, our distinguished keynote speakers, Dr. Pamatya Vitasmoro from Kadiri University, and Dr. B. Magesh from Perry Institute of Technology, and to all my fellow student speakers joining from Indonesia, India, Thailand, Cambodia, and Philippines today. My name is Priya Darshini. You can call me Priya, and I'm a civil engineering student from the Faculty of Civil Engineering and Built Environment at University Tun Usain, Malaysia. I want to start with a confession. When I first received this invitation, my honest reaction was, why me? I'm just a student from a small city in Johor called Batu Pahat. Then I remembered exactly what kind of city that is, and that's where we're starting today. All right. So, as you can see here, this is Batu Pahat, the town where I study, which is UTHM is located, and where I have come to call my second home. So, in March 2023, Batu Pahat experienced one of the most severe floods in Johor's history. More than 22,000 evacuees were forced to evacuate, making it the worst affected district in the entire state. Now, as I heard, Miss Gayatri Preeti said, also mentioned about the climate change, right? Whether it is flooding in Malaysia, typhoons in the Philippines, rising sea levels in Indonesia, or extreme heat in the other parts of Asia, our experiences reminds us that climate change does not recognize national borders. Let me give you one number that stopped me when I first read it. In 2016, the number of people across Asia directly affected by climate-related disasters was 2,921 per 100,000. And by 2023, the number had risen to 6,386. It is more than doubled, right? In just 7 years. This is not a future projection. This has already happened to our neighbors and to our families. In Indonesia, for example, northern Java facing a convergence of sea level rise and land subsidence, where infrastructure disrupted as recently as late 2025. And in Vietnam, the build-up areas in Hanoi run 3 degrees Celsius hotter than the surrounding green spaces. And lastly, across Asia, our share of renewable energy in final consumption actually declined to 20.4% in 2023. Based on this, we can see that we are moving, but not fast enough, and always not in the right direction. These are our shared numbers, and they belong to all 7 countries in this call. Now, as a youth, what do we actually do about it when we hear this? Last year, I participated in the UKMUC Sustainable Entrepreneurship Summer Program in KL, Kuala Lumpur, where 46 students from 21 universities from Malaysia, China, and United Kingdom all gathered in that place to work on a business ideas, which is called Sustainable Business Ideas. And what was my team's proposal was, it is simple yet meaningful, which is turning shrimp shell waste into organic fertilizer. Now, here why it matters. As we know that in Malaysia, Indonesia, Vietnam, and Thailand, we are among the world's largest shrimp producers. For every kilogram of prawn on someone's dinner plate, there is a significant volume of shell waste that mostly ends up in landfill, decomposing and releasing greenhouse gases, as Ms. Gayatri Petri mentioned also. So, meanwhile, farmers in the same region spend money on synthetic fertilizer that degrades soil health over time. But what if we think like this? What if the waste from one industry become the input for another? So that is where circular economy comes in. And that is SDG 12, which we call responsible consumption and production in its most practical form. So during the program, we heard that one of the winning teams was Tilapia Revive, which is also similar. They turn the waste as a value, which is they use sterilized tilapia fish skin that can treat burn and wounds of a human skin. So from here we can see, and I would like to share a quote that is relating to this, which is, waste is only waste if we waste it. It's kind of relating, right? So, as speaking of taking ideas seriously, let me show you what happens when young innovators look at an everyday problem and refused to accept the status quo. Across India, an estimated 10 million street ironing vendors use charcoal-powered carts every single day. Every kilogram of charcoal burnt requires 20 trees, and that is 50 million kilograms of charcoal burnt daily, which produce toxic carbon monoxide fumes that cause severe respiratory illness for the vendors who breathe it every working hour. So what is the solution? A youth proposed a solar-powered ironing cart where the solar panels on the roof can convert sunlight into electricity for zero-emission steam ironing. This impact is truly extraordinary, which is 1.8 tons of carbon dioxide was prevented per cart annually. And what happened to the vendors? They themselves can earn by eliminating charcoal cost and adding just USB charging revenue that can raise monthly income significantly. And guess what? Who is the person behind this idea? Her name is Vinisha Umashankar. She is a young innovator and 2021 Earthshot Prize finalist. And she said a quote that science can't solve all the problems humanity has created. Some we will have to resolve for ourselves through changes to our behavior. And this is what youth innovation looks like when it aligns to technology, environment, and social equity. Not waiting for permission, but by just solving the problem. As a civil engineering student, I used to think that when I first mentioned about the flood in Batu Pahat, right? So I want to show you what sustainability looks like in numbers. Specifically, two numbers that explain everything about the Batu Pahat flooding. Okay, first, rainfall intensity during a storm event here in Batu Pahat is up to 260 millimeter per hour. And when you see the ground infiltration rate on our campus, it is just 9.78 millimeter per hour. You just put those side by side and the equation you can see is immediate. Let me explain to you. The rain falls more than 20 times faster than the earth can absorb it. That's the meaning. And this gap is called floodwater. This gap becomes the floodwater. And that gap also becomes the reason why 22,000 evacuees. And I hope it is relating to you also. And here is something I only discovered recently, something that genuinely surprised me about my own university. There is a detention point over here on the UTHM campus. Most of us walked past it every single day without a second thought. It collects rainwater, it prevents localized flooding on our grounds. Sounds like a standard campus infrastructure, right? Except it is not standard at all. I just learned that in a website that it is a UTHM sustainable stormwater which is recognized by UNESCO. And I was surprised that UTHM was part of global UNESCO network demonstrating how science-based water management solves real environmental problems. Although I walked past that pond 100 times, I just realized it when I just noticed it. So as we can learn here, which is the most extraordinary things are sometimes already there. We just have to stop and pay attention to it. And this is not just us saying, this is what the national press, when the UNESCO reported, when the UNESCO recognition was announced. So, which brings me to the most important message in this presentation. Look at this map. 7 universities, 7 countries, nearly 2 billion people represented on this one Zoom call. We each face on the same 3 crises, which I would like to share. In Indonesia, there is a initiative which is Gawira, where indigenous women are trained for the solar technology and their income increased 40%. In Philippines, Youth Atlas showing that documenting indigenous ecological knowledge. And in Malaysia, we have Eco Garage, where hands-on circular economy education. So these all can also benefit the youth who have no education, no employment and training. And these can benefit the people a lot. So while we are discussing about youth innovation and sustainability, I would like to also tell that it is important to consider these type of people. And as we move toward 2030, the SDG deadline that our generation has inherited, I would like to share some 2 lessons from the previous slide. First is waste is only waste if we waste it. And second, by having one thoughtful idea, one young innovator, millions of lives will be impacted. So as I conclude, I would like to leave you with one final message. The year 2023 is fast approaching, and achieving the sustainable development goals depends all on us. As young engineers and future leaders, we have both the responsibility and the opportunity to create a meaningful change. So today's conference was shown, although we have come from different countries and cultures, we share the same vision, right? A more sustainable future. Together, through innovation and collaboration, we can also turn local ideas into global solutions. And I sincerely thank our moderator, our distinguished keynote speakers, Kadiri University, the organizing committee, and all participants for giving young people a platform to share our ideas and learn from one another. And it has been an honor to represent UTHM. Thank you for your attention. Terima kasih, salamat, kopkun, okun, come on, danyawat. Together, let us transform today's ideas into tomorrow's impact. Thank you.
Yes, I'm here.
Wait a moment, Mr. Amaji, did you catch the question?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you very well. What do you say? Speak louder, please.
Okay, speak louder, please, Amelia.
I apologize. May you repeat the question? The first part of the question was lagging for my end.
Okay, Miss Leah, would you please repeat the first statement of the questions?
In the medical and legal worlds, public trust is everything. When cases of medical malpractice or the widespread dissemination of health misinformation on social media occur, how can criminologists and healthcare professionals collaborate to restore institutional transparency and uphold human rights?
How is it, Miss Gianna? Is it clear?
Much better, thank you. Thank you for that question, Miss Leah. For me to answer your question, in professionals like criminologists and healthcare professionals, one way that we can help stop misinformation and gain public trust is to be transparent. We are very much forward in being transparent and giving the details, the information to the public without censoring or deducting any information, even if those kinds of information or public materials that we publish in social media or news articles may not be or is not in favor of some news articles or the news. But it is important that every information and evidence and references we have is clearly stated in our statements, our posts, our lectures, and especially in the information that we give, and especially when it comes to justice and healthcare. Since information can actually contribute to public distrust, wrongful accusations, and it can also contribute to fear, one thing that criminologists and public health cares can do is number one, promote evidence-based informations. Of course, we should verify the facts and the statistics of the information that we are delivering. And with this, we can also improve media literacy, especially when the information that we mostly get is online in our internet. So improving our media literacy can educate the communities on how to identify fake news or misleading social media posts. And lastly, communication. Communication between the sectors like the public can avoid spreading unverified reports, or we can also verify if this is biased news or any biased post, because we should also conduct research. We should study and we should be very meticulous of the information and the news that we see or read.
Hello.
Mhm.
Yes. Hello, I'm criminology student, and I just like to add to Miss Gianna's answer. Criminologists play a vital role in restoring public trust by working closely with law enforcement agencies, the courts, policymakers, forensic experts, and local communities to promote a fair, transparent, and accountable criminal justice system. And as Ms. Gianna said, through evidence-based research, crime prevention strategies, ethical practices, and community engagement, criminologists will help strengthen public confidence in justice institutions by ensuring that justice is delivered with integrity, accountability, and respect for human rights. Criminologists contribute to building safer communities and stronger institutions.
Is it okay? I mean, like, is there anything that you want to deliver, Miss Leah, or enough?
Nothing, it's enough.
Okay, thank you so much. Maraming salamat, Miss Gianna and Audrey, for the answer. So we go to the next students. Want to ask? Yeah, we have student here. Want to ask? Tell us what is your name and to whom you want to ask.
Excuse me. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Greeting from Indonesian students to international students. Let me introduce myself. My name is Zanuar. I'm from management major at Kediri University. Can I ask some question for Mr. Rito from Kediri University?
Okay, so Mr. Zanuar want to ask to Mr. Ridho. The question is for you.
Okay. You close with an aspiring call for youth to lead and promote sustainability. Before we diving into a massive industrial projects, what is one small practical habit or mindset shift you believe for every student should adopt today to practice continuous improvement?
Well, Mr. Ridho, did you catch the questions?
Question. I will answer. I believe one small habit that every student can start today is to be more mindful about their ability action. For example, like maybe reducing single-use plastic and also saving electricity or bringing a reusable bottle. This action may seem small, but if we do them consistently, they can create big impact. I also thinking that continuous improvement that start with our mindset. We should always ask ourselves, what can I do a little better for today than yesterday? I mean, people is always improving. Day by day, they improving by themselves. So by improving ourselves step by step, we are also contributing to a more sustainable future. That's my question. That's my answer.
All right, Ms. Zanwar, is it answer your questions?
Okay, I really appreciate your answer, Mr. Ritu. I'm really satisfied. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Ridho, for the explanations. So have a seat, Mr. Zen. And we have another questions still, yeah. This international youth program actually runs well because of not only the good speakers, but also the participant here. They really need to know more about your shared knowledge. So the next question is from, yeah, stand up please. Tell us your name and to whom you want to ask.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hello, my name is Dila. I'm from Public Administration at the Faculty of Social and Political Sciences, Kediri University. The first, there was I want to ask to Mr. Aslam from Thailand.
Okay, Miss Dila want to ask to Mr. Anslam from Pathum Thani. The question is for you.
Yes, the first, there was a great presentation, especially the part about challenges and opportunity. I'm curious, you mentioned the digital divide as one of the main challenges for youth innovation. In your opinion, what practical solution can university or government offer to close this gap? Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Anselm, did you catch the point of the questions?
Yes, I got the point.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for your question. So I believe universities and the government play an important role in closing the digital divide. First, universities can provide students with affordable internet access, digital learning resources, and practical training in digital skills such as artificial intelligence, AI, data analysis, and entrepreneurship. They can also organize entrepreneurship programs. They can also organize innovative workshops, encourage students to work in a real world practice. And also, second, government can invest in digital infrastructure, especially in rural and urban areas, to the community so that everyone can have equal access to internet and technology. They can also provide scholarship grants. They can also provide young entrepreneurs funds to start up a business. Finally, they can also collaborate between universities and the government and private sectors By working together, they can create more opportunities for the young people to develop initiative ideas to contribute to the sustainable development for the future generation. Thank you.
Are your questions so far?
No, I'm really satisfied. Thank you for your good insight, Mr.
Okay, have a seat, Miss Dila. Thank you so much, Mr. Anselm. We still have some questions for the active participants. Yeah, stand up please and mention your name to whom you want to ask.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tania. I'm from Civil Engineering Department of Kadri University. I want to ask to Miss Chuka from India.
All right, so Miss Tania want to ask to Miss Chuka.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, the question is for you.
Yes, please. So I got the question. It was actually a nice question because as we are discussing about the involvement of youth into this, we should also discuss about the awareness in right from a very young age. That is when we start creating awareness right from the school age. When they grow up into elders, they'll just get to know that people are responsible for taking care of that environment. So you should make sure that you give enough education to the students right from a very young age, from their school age. There should be certain subjects where you start emphasizing on the importance of conserving nature, because as we know, students learn mostly from their parents, they learn mostly from the school. These are the two main sources where students get to know about this. So when you start inculcating all these into their curriculum, when you just start giving awareness from from a young age, people will get to know about this and they'll start acting. So when once they grow up into youth, they get to know about this from various other sources. Like let's say they get to know from social media also. So social media is one another such method in which you can just inculcate these thoughts into the youth. So this is about how you can inculcate in children as well as in youth as well. So well, you just give these ideas to kids as well as youth. That means most of the future, that is people who are going to form the future, are actually aware about this. So social media and education are two such things, according to me, where you can help in creating awareness to the students, and this would ensure that they don't neglect it. They'll take it seriously right from a young age.
That's really wonderful. Miss Tania, is it answered your questions enough? Yeah, thank you so much. You may have a seat. Thank you, Miss Chuka. Next, yeah, we directly have the other questions. Please stand up and mention your name to whom you want to ask.
Okay, good morning. Hello, my name is Faiha. I'm nursing department at Kadiri University. I want to ask to Miss Liang.
All right, Miss Liang from PPIU Cambodia. The questions from Faiha. She is a nursing department. Yeah.
Okay, my question is, as an international relations student, how do you personally see your major contributing to innovation compared to fields like engineering or business?
Miss Liang, did you catch the point?
Sorry, can you repeat the questions?
Okay.
Okay, as an international relations student, how do you personally see your major contributing to innovation compared to fields like engineering or business?
Is it clear, Miss Liang?
Okay, I get your question. Thank you. So, as an international relations student, how can my major help with the innovations? So basically, as I mentioned, because innovations require people from different fields, from different majors come together to work to combine our idea. Since my major is in international relations, so what my core value lies on is on the policies, on the whether the solutions that we build is feasible for everyone across the border, for everyone with different culture. So what I can contribute to innovations is that I can when we talk about when we discuss about any of the ideas, I can show you what exactly whether that idea is feasible or not in our country and whether that idea is feasible or not in other different country. Since we all come from different background, we have different culture. So some of the ideas might be possible and might be work in this country, but it might not workable in other countries since we have different culture. So my role here is that I ensure you that the ideas or the innovations that we are planning to create is able to work across the nations.
Really wonderful. Miss Faiha, is it enough?
Enough. Okay. Thank you for the answer, Miss Liang.
Okay, thank you so much. You may have a seat. Thank you so much, Miss Liang. Then we go to the next questions. Is that okay? Please stand up and to whom you want to ask. Don't forget to introduce yourself.
Okay, hello, good day all. My name is Inma. I'm industrial engineering for Universitas Kadiri. I would like to ask question to Miss Audrey from Philippines.
All right, Miss Inma, you want to ask to Miss Audrey from De La Salle University, Tasmanias, Philippines.
Okay.
With allow the committee to spotlight.
Okay.
Miss Audrey, are you with us?
Hi, yes.
Oh yeah. Okay, Miss Inma, you may deliver your questions.
What specific strategies should young law enforcement leaders adopt to maintain institutional transparency and avoid alienating the community?
Miss Audrey, did you catch the point of the questions?
Hello, can you repeat the question?
Okay.
Okay. What specific strategies should young law enforcement leaders adopt to maintain institutional transparency and avoid alienating the community?
How is it, Miss Audrey?
Hello, much better.
Yeah. Much better. Do you need me to underline the questions? I hear the clear one here. So basically, Miss Inma asked about the specific strategy should young law enforcement leaders adopt to maintain institutional transparency and avoid alienating the community. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yeah.
To answer the question, a better focus, young law enforcement leaders should maintain transparency by communicating openly with the public, explaining policies and decisions clearly, and releasing accurate information in a timely manner, and acknowledging mistakes when they happen. They should also avoid alienating the community by listening to residents' concerns, involving community members in discussions, treating people with respect, and building relationships before problems occur. They should, in addition, they should also support accountability through fair investigations, clear complaint processes, and consistent discipline when misconduct happens.
All right. Thank you so much, Miss Audrey, for your explanation. Miss Inma, is it enough or you need more explanation?
Is it enough? Thank you so much for the insight. I'm very happy with the answer.
Thank you, Miss Audrey. You may have a seat, Miss Inma. Is there any questions yet? Okay. Stand up, please. Introduce yourself and to whom you want to ask.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hello, my name is Alicia. I'm a nursing department at Kadiri University. I want to ask to Miss Karin.
Okay, Miss Alicia, want to ask to Miss Karin from Kadiri University. The question is for you.
Okay, my question is regarding the use of AI and digital platforms for MSME modernization. What are the most effective mitigation strategies against cybercrime and data breaches, considering that local MSME owners generally lack adequate digital security literacy?
Okay, Miss Karin, did you catch the questions?
Yes, I get the question very clearly. First of all, let me thank Alicia for the excellent questions. And to answer the questions, in my opinion, I believe there are three strategies that we can use to practice. The first is to protect, the second is to educate, and the third is to collaborate. Because we can expect an owner of an MSMEs to master cybersecurity in a day, right? Therefore, we need digital platform should develop a protection system like using AI to automatically identify suspicious transactions or using automatic secure login or update or using two-factor two-factor authentications. And of course, it's not only about the digital platforms, it is also about the MSMEs owner to learn or educate the owner about the literacy training, digital literacy training, on topics such as phishing, on password securities. Also, the last one is to collaborate, because I think cyber security is a shared responsibility. It's not just the responsibility of an MSME's owners or digital platforms or the government itself. We should work together to ensure that MSMEs can grow to innovate safely while still continuing the digital transformations.
The answer. What is it, my Miss Alicia? Did you catch the point?
I think that's enough. Thank you, Miss Karin.
Yes, thank you so much. Yeah, happy audiences and ladies and gentlemen, we still have two questions here. Allow us to finish from this room first. Yep. Oh yeah, okay. Don't forget to mention your name and to whom you want to ask.
Hello. So, good afternoon, everyone. Greetings. It is nice to meet you all. My name is Muhammad Safta Arya Wijaya. You can call me Safta. I'm from the Pharmacy Study Program, Faculty of Health Science, Kadiri University. I would like to ask Miss Priya. Pretty please.
Okay, so Mr. Safta want to ask to Miss Priya from UTHM. Miss Priya? Yes, the question is for you.
Okay, first of all, thank you for your wonderful presentation. I really appreciate it so much. Okay, the question is, you did mention that we should not solve Asian's crisis separately. So what is the biggest barrier for youth collaboration and how do we fix it?
Miss Priya, did you catch the questions?
Yes, thank you for the question. It's truly a good question actually, as we as a youth should know how we gonna solve these real world problems. So I believe that the greatest barrier of youth collaboration between countries is, first thing is lack of communication, and also opportunities to connect with across countries. And I believe, for example, like this conference is also a good opportunity to connect with ideas. So this will be like one of the solution. So to overcome this, we need to create more like international programs like this and exchange programs, so that the youths can join and they learn about what is youth innovation really is. And it will really give them like interest on thinking how to solve real world problems, and they start to see everything in a new perspective. So I believe that, for example, in universities, governments, and organizations should support these initiatives by providing funding, training, and also like digital platforms for collaboration, so that we can avoid solving this separately. So did I answer your question?
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Priya and also Mr. Shafta. You may have a seat. Yes, we still have the other questions. Yeah, stand up please and mention your name. Yeah.
Hello, my name is Dini Pranita. I'm from Civil Engineer, Department of University Kadiri. So I want ask to Miss Leang Wachhauer from Cambodia.
Okay, Ms. Liang, the question is for you. Yes, please.
My question is, in your opinion, what is your biggest challenge for young people in turning innovative idea into real solution for a sustainable future? Thank you.
Ms. Liang?
Yes, I am here. Thank you for the questions. So I think the greatest challenge that youth innovator in today's society most often face is that sometimes they tend to think of innovations in a complicated way. Sometimes the best innovations idea doesn't have to come from a complex solutions. It doesn't have to be like require technology skill, require coding skill, require machinery skills or something. Sometimes all you have to do is just looking around yourself. Ask yourself, what is the one thing that you feel frustrated about? The one thing that you feel like you dislike it, and people around you also often talk about and they dislike it too. So come up with the solutions, solutions that solve those things. Secondly, sometimes you already have the ideas, but the problem is, how can you turn those ideas into a reality? Because most of the youth facing right now is that they do not have the courage, they do not have the seed funding, they do not have the supporter to make sure that those ideas can turn it into a reality. So what we can do here is that first, when you have the ideas, maybe consult with your mentors if you have one, or maybe consult with your friends whether they think that the idea is feasible or not. And then later on, you can form like a group, not too much group, just a few people in the group, and then we can come up with the process on how we can make those ideas turning it into a reality. And sometimes if you do not have funding, the solutions to funding problem is to join competition, a startup competitions, because as I see right now, we have a lot of national competition as well as international competitions where y'all can share, can come up with a startup and innovative solutions and then propose it. And then you pitch this idea to investor, you pitch this idea to judge. Then if the investor believes that this idea is workable, then they might want to invest in your idea, or maybe you might able to win the competitions and use those prizes to make your idea into reality. Do I answer your questions?
Thank you so much, Ms. Lan. All right, ladies and gentlemen, me as moderators allow let me inform that actually, due to our rundown, we are entering the last session of this meeting. It is really a great honor for our university, especially Qatar University, to have you all as the speakers. Now we go to the next session, which is closing statement from each speaker. You may use these sessions to deliver your closing statement, or perhaps you want to say your gratitude or anything else, or perhaps one or two sentences if you are okay with that. So the first, please, for Ms. Karin from Kadir University, if you have one or two sentences about the closing statement from your material, the screen is yours.
Test. Can you hear my voice?
Yes, we are.
Okay, so first of all, I would like to thank you to have me here in this special occasion. And from all of the presentations, it was really impressive, and I learned a lot from this special event. And honestly, I want to be friends with you all, and feel free to add me in Instagram or WhatsApp. I think that's all.
Thank you so much, Ms. Karin. The second closing statement from Mr. Anselm Uguna Amaji from Pathum Thani University, Thailand. Mr. Anselm?
Once again, I would like to express my gratitude and my sincere appreciation to everyone, to the distinguished guests, my fellow participants, to the professors and every one of the students around the world that participated in this event. I'm so happy to represent Pathum Thani University, Thailand in this event. I would like to thankfully appreciate everyone and also to bring in the notice that my presentation should bring initiative, knowledge, and credible information for the young generations to build a very sustainable future and also to have a very global and a well-planned future. And I want to sincerely appreciate everyone that participated in this event. Thank you very much. I appreciate it all.
Ms. Giana Patricia Ababao and Ms. Audrey Bell Rubio.
Before we conclude, we would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to the organizers for inviting us to be part of this meaningful international conference. It has been a great honor and a privilege to share our presentation and learn from participants and other speakers from different countries. We truly appreciate the opportunity to exchange ideas and perspectives with all of you. Thank you for your warm hospitality and kind attention throughout this event. We wish everyone continued success and we hope to see you again in future collaborations.
Good afternoon, everyone. Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. We would like to again extend our gratitude for inviting us for this online conference. As youth of today, let us be curious and make change for more a forward and bright future. Again, innovation matters, collaboration matters, but so does our values. Thank you at maraming salamat.
Next, thank you so much, Ms. Audrey and Ms. Giana. We have Ms. Chuka Gayatri Priti.
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes, you made a closing statement, or you may use this session for expressing gratitude.
So thanks a lot to Kadri University for such a wonderful opportunity. Cause we got to speak up to such brilliant minds all over the world, and it was a great initiative. Thanks for that, and looking forward for more such collaborations. And I would also like to appreciate the fellow speakers as well. The sessions were so informative. Got to learn a lot from you all. So once again, thanks to everyone. Thanks to the fellow speakers. Thanks to the organizers for such a wonderful event. Thank you.
Miss Priya. Sorry, Miss Chuka. Thank you so much. And next we have Miss Language Hour from PPIU Cambodia.
Okay, so first of all, I would like to pay my heartfelt gratitude and thank you so much to the organizer committee and all the fellow delegates for this incredible international youth program. It has been an absolutely honor to collaborate, share my perspective, as well as learning alongside all the participants here. So I hope that we are all living this program with a lot of new knowledge, a lot of inspirations, and the desire to turn our belief and our ideas into reality and make it impactful to the world. So lastly, I wish everyone a good luck in your journey ahead and hope we will be able to collaborate more in the future. Thank you.
Miss Len. And then we have Mr. Ridho Arif from Kadiri University.
Okay, I'm just gonna say thank you to all of these friends from across the country, and it's actually great honor to join this international program. We sharing some the others knowledge to each other to improving ourselves to be more better in the future. So I'm just gonna say thank you for this meeting. It's really helpful for me, for everyone. Thank you very much. And
All right.
maybe we can meet in another day, maybe another years in the future. And thank you very much.
You're welcome, Mr. Ridho Arif. And then, last but not least, closing statement from Miss Priya from UTHM.
Okay, so before I close, I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much to Mr. Han, Dr. Pamatia Vitasmoro, Dr. B. Magesh, and the entire team at Kadiri University for making this meaningful conference. And also thank you to all fellow speakers. You all share wonderful thoughts and ideas. And one personal note, this is my first international conference, and it's really inspiring for me to hear a lot of ideas shared by you all. And this program reminded me that we don't have to have all the answers to have something worth saying. We just need to show up, speak honestly, and trust that our experience matters. And thank you for making this meaningful conference. So it means more than you know. Thank you.
So, everyone, make some noise for all the speakers. Give applause. And it's really nice agenda today. So, would you please, for the committee, to spotlight all the speakers into one frame while waiting for the spotlights. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests and respected lecturers, also the students, participants from Zoom meeting and also YouTube channel. As we come to an end of this virtual International Youth Program 2026, we have learned that innovation is not limited by the geography and collaboration is not limited by distance. Even though we meet virtually, the spirit of partnership among India, Thailand, the Philippines, Cambodia, Malaysia, and Indonesia has shown us that global collaboration is truly possible when we share the same visions. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Kadiri University, we would like to express our deepest gratitude for all the partner institutions, speakers, and participants, also the committee, and everyone who has contributed to the success of this program. And also, warm greeting to Mr. Rodel Esmila, Rodel Esmila from he is Dean the College of Criminal Justice from the DLSU Dasmariñas University. And Ms. Sarah Jane Mendoza as well. Thank you so much for coming. Mr. Rafi Ahmed from Perry Institutional Technology India, sorry. And all of the lecturers who participate as well, thank you so much. It means a lot to us. And see you in another program. Hopefully we can conduct another activity, not only this international conference, perhaps joint research of, even though, I mean, like, especially with you are, please welcome to Indonesia directly. Please enjoy the visit Kadiri at glance. And we are really happy having you as the speakers and new friends here. Let us not end this program by saying goodbye, but saying this is only the beginning of greater collaborations. Together, the youth can innovate, connect, and lead the world toward a sustainable future. I am Han as the moderator. Thank you so much for your coming, and we are apologize for inconvenient thing. Syukria, Khop Kun Khap, Selamat Po, Akun, terima kasih. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Goodbye.